Hi, Simone. I heard the news about your dad, and I'm really sorry to hear that he passed away from that awful illness. I can only imagine how shocked and devastated you and your mom must be right now.
Hi, Kamala. Thanks for reaching out and thinking of my family during these rough times. It means a lot to me. Yeah, my mom and I are still trying to wrap our heads around everything and cope with the loss of my father. You know, my dad has always been such a significant part of our lives. It's tough to even imagine what life will be like without him from now on. It's gonna take some time to adjust, that's for sure.
Of course, I'm your mother in law after all. You know I'd do anything for you and your family. These sort of situations have never really bothered me, so I don't mind being here for you.
Really? I'm glad to hear it. Thank you for your kind thoughts.
Tell me, dear, are you feeling any better now that you're back in your own place? I mean, my son is still there with you, right? I gotta apologize for leaving the funeral earlier than you guys. I had some important business to take care of, and I hope you understand it wasn't personal.
No, it's fine. You were there for me, giving me all the comfort I needed, and that means the world to me. I couldn't ask for anything more than that.
Enough with the sob story. Now that your old man is finally out of the picture, can we shift our attention to something more important?
What? What do you mean by that, Kamala?
Cut the act. Do I really have to spell everything out for you every single time? Listen up, lady. It's time to step up your game as a wife. No more slacking off on your responsibilities. I want a grandchild, and I mean it. I don't care what it takes. Do you even realize that you've been married to my son for 3 whole years, and I still haven't gotten any grandbabies from you? Get it together.
Kamala, I don't think now is the right moment to bring up this topic, you know? My dad Jill dealing with the pain of his loss.
Enough with the constant excuses. You've been coming up with one after another for the past 3 years you've been with my son. First it was work, and now it's your father's passing? Come on. You're just trying to compensate for your inability to be a good wife. If you can't even do something as simple as giving my son a child, how can you call yourself a real woman or a real wife? Time's ticking, you know. Tick tock, tick tock. Your responsibilities as a wife are far from finished, and you're already past 30. Don't tell me that you don't even want to have children.
Well, obviously I want to have kids. The thing is, both Kyle and I are just not in the ideal phase of our lives to start a family right now. We're caught up with work and trying to build some financial stability. Plus, these days, plenty of folks are having their children later in life, so it's not like we're the only ones. Look, we're just waiting for the right moment when we're more settled and ready. It's about finding the balance.
What kind of excuse is that? Seriously, plenty of people your age have already become parents. If you keep using the lack of time card to dodge having kids, then you're even suitable for my son. What's the point of a woman working her butt off? When she finally gets pregnant, they just replace her with someone else. That's messed up.
Well, I'll have a chat with Kyle about this. Because honestly, it seems like talking to you isn't getting us anywhere.
Why do you even have to ask him? I'm his mom, so obviously he should listen to me no matter what. Just give me a grandchild and everything will be okay. Honestly, my expectations of you keep dropping every day. If you ever have kids, assuming you do, I won't have any expectations whatsoever. You shouldn't put Kyle's life at risk like this. He doesn't deserve it, you know? You're the only one who deserves to have a miserable life, not my son.
Hey, Simone, you around? I know you're likely swamped with work, but I've got something important to share with you.
Oh, hi Kyle, what's the matter? You sound so serious, which is totally not like your usual self. Honestly, it's making me pretty worried. What's up?
Well, the thing is, what I'm about to tell you is actually pretty serious. Honestly, I don't even know how to begin. I was so blown away by the news that I couldn't even trust my own eyes when I saw the test results from the doctor.
Wait, The doctor? Did you actually go to the hospital for a checkup? Is there something wrong with your health?
Yeah, Simone, I hate to break it to you, but brace yourself because what I'm about to say might hit you hard.
What's going on? You gotta spill the beans, Kyle. I'm genuinely worried about you, no kidding. Just so you know, no matter what it is, I'll always have your back and support you in every way possible. We're in this together, as husband and wife. And we gotta stick by each other's side, especially in tough times like these.
Thanks, Simone. So, here's the deal. I went for a checkup this morning and the doctor dropped a bombshell on me. I received the news that I can't have kids. I'm completely infertile.
What? You're telling me you can't have kids? Can you give me more details about what's causing it?
So, here's the deal, babe. According to the test results, it turns out I have this thing called a zoospermia. Basically, it means there's barely any sperm in my swimmers, if you catch my drift. I'm really sorry, sweetheart. I know this news is a complete shocker for both of us, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. Honestly, I'm lost for words. I can't help but blame myself for not being able to give us kids. I feel like I messed up big time and I'm feeling pretty useless and hopeless right now.
No way! Hold up. Don't say that. You haven't done anything wrong. It's not like you asked for this infertility thing. It can happen to anyone. Listen, Kyle, don't beat yourself up over it. We're gonna get through this, I promise. We just need some time to wrap our heads around this new reality and adjust accordingly.
Nah, seriously? Could you just stop trying to comfort me? It's only making me feel dumber. I mean, look at you, Simone. You're amazing and talented. The kind of girl any guy would kill to have. What do I bring to the table? A dead-end job that barely pays the bills. And let's not forget, I'm not exactly a looker either. And to add insult to injury, guess what? I can't even have kids. Talk about a punch to the gut. This has got to be the most insulting thing that's ever happened to me.
Hey, why are you being so hard on yourself? Seriously, stop putting yourself down like that. I get that you're feeling low, but trust me, we can tackle this together. I believe in us.
No, can't do it. Like, seriously, what do you even get, man? It's a blow to my male ego that I can't fulfill such a basic duty like having kids. Talk about feeling useless, right? Now, what am I good for? Probably nothing, I guess. And how do I break the news to my mom? Do I just tell her I'm a worthless piece of garbage who can't even produce? That's gonna hurt. Honestly, I'm terrified of my mom's reaction. I know she'll be so disappointed that she won't even want to look at me. She might even cut ties with me altogether. And if that happens, I don't even want to be alive anymore.
I totally get where you're coming from. I mean, with your mom pressuring you about having kids, it's no wonder you're freaked out. But hey, take a deep breath and chill for a sec. I know you're feeling all mixed up and certain, but cut yourself some slack, okay?
Hey Simone, I was kinda curious. Do you still dig me? Even after all the stuff I just spilled?
Of course I do. I didn't tie the knot with you just because I wanted to have a child with you. I married you because I love the real you.
Awesome. If you're really into me and want what's best for me, then I need you to hook me up with a favor. I've given it a lot of thought, and I'm convinced it's the only way we can sort things out.
What way? I'd go above and beyond to make you feel good. Just tell me what needs to be done and I'm on it.
Hey, I know it's a big ask, but is there any way you could get a female sterilization? You know, that procedure in which they remove the uterus of a woman?
Wait, seriously? Why are you suggesting I get a sterilization operation? Can you give me a reason behind this request? It feels like it's coming out of the blue and catching me off guard. Mind sharing some context?
Why the resistance? You claim to love me, yet you can't even fulfill a simple request of mine? Guess actions speak louder than words, right? You're all about calling yourself my spouse, but when it's tight, you're all about calling yourself my spouse, but when it's time to back it up, you switch to selfish mode and shut me down. Fantastic. Are you just itching for a divorce or something? I never knew this side of you, Simone. I'm seriously let down.
But can you give me a solid reason why I should go through with getting sterilized? I'm genuinely confused here.
What's there not to get? I want you to get sterilized so that you'll stay faithful to me forever. I know you'll eventually leave me to find a guy who can give you a bunch of adorable children. Don't you think I'm smart enough to see that coming? I won't just sit here and wait for you to cheat on me. If you get sterilized, all our problems will be solved. You won't be able to leave me, and we can fulfill our promise of being together forever.
But why do you think it's a good idea for me to get sterilized? Have you even consulted a doctor about your condition and explored potential treatments? I've heard that some cases of azoospermia can be treated. It might be worth looking into before jumping to such a drastic solution like me getting sterilized.
Wait, are you seriously suggesting that I consider infertility treatment? That sounds embarrassing. Just imagine what my mom, friends, and colleagues would think if they found out I had to go through that just to have a child. I can already picture them laughing in my face and coming up with all sorts of hurtful names like Mr. Infertile or whatever. My reputation would be totally destroyed. It honestly seems like a much simpler solution if you were the one to get sterilized.
Hold on. You're more concerned about your reputation than your own spouse? Look, Kyle, I don't think you're being fair to me here. Honestly, I feel like your thoughts are self-centered and unreasonable. What you're saying is really hurting me. I understand you're upset and not thinking clearly, so I'll give you some space. Let's talk again when you've had a chance to calm down.
Simone, this awkward silence is driving me crazy. We're supposed to be a team, so let's communicate instead of avoiding each other like this.
I already told you that I'm only willing to talk once you've cooled off a bit. You must realize that you've been acting pretty oddly lately, right? I'm genuinely concerned about you, Kyle. If you keep going down this path, we might need to consider getting you some professional help from a psychiatrist. Your well-being is important to me.
Wait, hold up. A psychiatrist? Seriously? So now you're basically saying I'm some kind of nutcase or what? Are you trying to ditch me that badly? I had a feeling right from the beginning that you were a bad wife. I guess I was right all along. What happened to all those promises we made? And now, when I'm at my lowest, you suddenly want to bail on me? I guess you're finally revealing your true colors, huh? You backstabber.
Kyle, what's up with you? Why do you keep throwing these accusations my way for stuff I never even considered doing? I get it. You're going through a rough patch, but this is going way overboard. You know very well that I recently lost my dad, right? I need you to be there for me and have my back, not constantly throwing tantrums.
Fine. My bad, alright? I kinda got carried away there. I admit it. Listen, are you seriously committed to helping us patch up our marriage?
Well, yeah, absolutely. So, have you come up with any ideas on how to make that happen?
Yes, I have an idea. And it's only way that helps us to work things out. Alright, I agree to get treatment for my infertility. But here's the deal. You can't open up about my treatment to my mom, alright? Please, Pinky, promise me on that.
Hold up, let me get this straight. You're telling me you want to keep it under wraps from your mom that you have fertility issues and need medical treatment for it?
I've already mentioned it before, but seriously, my mom can be a total pain when it comes to us having kids. She's been bugging me about it nonstop for the past 3 years. And the worst part? It's like things just keep getting worse instead of better. Honestly, I'm pretty fed up with my mom's behavior. So, I'm basically left with no other option but to talk to her about my condition.
Yeah, it's true. Kamala has also been giving me such a hard time about getting pregnant.
Exactly. That's why we gotta keep my mom in the dark about me being infertile. But hey, it's not really a lie, right? Hear me out. Once I get that infertility treatment and fully recover, I'll be able to have a child again. So when that magical day comes, we can totally shock my mom with our own little bundle of joy. It'll be like my infertility never even happened.
Oh, yeah, I totally get where you're coming from. But as much as I hate to be a downer, we gotta think about the reality of those treatments actually working or not, you know?
What's going on here? It seems like you're dead set on divorcing me, huh? Are you just hoping my infertility treatment fails so you can ditch me and find someone else? Seriously, Simone, I can't believe you'd stoop that low. That's just downright awful.
No, no, no! That's not what I meant, like, at all. You totally got me wrong. Anyway, for now, what do you think we should say to your mom to keep her off our backs until we figure out a solution for your condition? I'm seriously tired of her constantly nagging us about having kids. It's like she thinks it's our sole purpose in life to give her grandkids or something.
Well, I've been mulling over that idea a lot, and I've finally made up my mind. Here's the plan. Let's just tell Mom that you're the one dealing with infertility and need the treatment, alright? Don't sweat it. I'll talk to her and support you all the way. I'll make sure she doesn't hassle you like...
You're saying I should pretend to be infertile in front of your mom? Why does it have to be me? Why can't we just be honest with Kamala and tell her the truth that you're the one struggling with having kids?
Hey, can't you just try to be a bit more understanding as my wife every now and then? You know, I'm the only son my mom's got, and she has these crazy high hopes for me. If she ever found out that I can't have kids and it's not your fault, she'd totally lose it. I'd be stuck in a never-ending nightmare. Don't you have any compassion for your suffering hubby, Simone?
Look, I get it. I don't want you to go through a rough time either, but let's be real here. It's just not fair. You're so terrified of your mom that you're using me as a buffer to shield yourself from her judgments. You're my husband. Don't you think it's about time you grew a pair and took charge of your own life?
I'm seriously begging you, Simone. You're the only one who can come to my rescue here. Trust me, it's not that big of a deal. I highly doubt my mom will give you any trouble just because you tell her that you're infertile.
Seriously, have you even heard what you just said? Look, I gotta be honest, what you're asking for is completely ridiculous. If you want me to keep your infertility a secret from your mom, then I won't spill the beans. But don't expect me to straight up lie and claim that I'm the one with infertility problems. I'm just not the lying type, you know?
Alright, chill. You win this one. Just promise me you won't let it slip to mom about me being infertile. Seriously, if that happens, my life will be totally wrecked.
Simone! I can't freaking believe you've been holding onto this insane secret without telling me. I gotta be honest, I'm seriously let down. You've totally shattered my trust in you.
What secret are you going on about, Kamala? Honestly, I have no clue what you're implying.
What else could it possibly be? I'm talking about your infertility, alright? I can't believe I've been kept in the dark by my own daughter-in-law all this time. I bet you don't even see me as your mother-in-law anymore, do you? I feel like a total idiot. It's like I've been played with like a puppet in your messed up mind games.
What? My infertility? Who told you that?
Who else but my son, Kyle? So all this time he's been trying to help you cover up that nasty truth from me? My son is a caring and thoughtful guy, and of course you took advantage of his kindness and made him lie to me. You're such a venomous snake, Simone. No wonder you're cursed with the inability to have a child. That's karma for you.
Listen, Kamala, I have no idea what Kyle has been telling you, but I can assure you it's completely untrue. I'm not cursed with infertility, believe me. Actually, it's your son Kyle who is undergoing infertility treatment. He specifically asked me to keep it a secret from you.
Ha! Just as I expected. Now that you're out in the open, you're trying to shift the blame onto my son. claiming he's the one with fertility issues and not you? That's a pretty low and despicable move, if you ask me.
Kamala, you've got it all twisted. I'm not making this stuff up, seriously. Look, I can show you the text messages where Kyle straight up admits that he's infertile.
Alright, enough already, you wicked witch. I ain't falling for your sneaking lies anymore. I've had my fill of them. Thank you very much. Who knows what other lies you've been feeding me? Is your name even Simone for real?
Just give me a chance to explain, alright? Things aren't exactly as you think they are.
Look, Simone, I've given you plenty of chances to come clean, but you've messed them all up. Let me be real with you. You're just not up to par for my son. We've given you a whole 3 years, and not a single grandchild to show for it. Talk about being incompetent. That's why I've made up my mind that it's best for you to split up. I've got the divorce papers ready with Kyle's signature on them. For you is to sign your part, and we can get this divorce thing over and done with.
Wait, what? You're telling me Kyle actually agreed to divorce me? How is that even possible? He never mentioned a word about it to me.
Well, of course my son agreed to divorce you. I mean, why would he want to stay in a marriage with a woman who can't even fulfill one of the basic expectations, like having a child? My son's not dumb, you know.
I get it now. So divorce is the only choice left for both Kyle and me, huh?
That's right. So get a move on and sign those papers. I ain't got all day to waste on a miserable woman like you. I need to quickly find my son a new wife, someone who's capable of giving me grandkids. Time's ticking.
Alright, fine, if that's what you want. Just go ahead and send me the divorce papers so I can sign my part. No biggie. Honestly, I've already lost all interest in dragging out my marriage with Kyle ever since he suggested I lie to you. So, good luck in your quest to find him a new wife. I'm genuinely thrilled for you both.
Oh, bravo! I must say, I'm thoroughly impressed by how gracefully you admit defeat and let go of my son in a jiffy. Don't you worry now. I'll be sure to send you a wedding invitation when Kyle finally ties the knot with his new and fertile wife. Oh, and guess what? You'll be our esteemed guest of honor, of course. Ha ha ha!
Simone, I just got back home, but our place looks seriously empty. Where the heck are all your things? Hey, did you decide to crash at your parents' place for a few days to get some fresh air? Because it looks like you've cleared out of here.
You got it partially right. I did move back to my parents' house, but it's not just for a few days. I'll be staying with them until I can find a new place of my own.
Whoa, hold up. What do you mean by that? I'm honestly confused here. Did something go...
Huh? I thought you were all for the divorce and had already signed the papers. Doesn't that mean we're officially not married anymore? It'd be pretty awkward if an ex-wife and ex-husband still shared the same roof, don't you think?
What did you just say? When did I ever agree to sign those divorce papers? This doesn't make any sense at all.
Well, your mom handed me the divorce papers, and surprise, surprise, your signature was already on them. So I went ahead and signed my part too. Can you believe it? Your mom already turned them in, and everything went super smoothly. Like, boom, we're officially divorced now. Crazy, right?
No! This is insane! I swear on my life, I never agreed to getting a divorce or sign any darn papers. How in the world did you manage to pull off a divorce without my permission? That's totally illegal.
I already told you it wasn't me who pulled this off. If the name on those papers is a fake, then it's gotta be your mom behind it all. So instead of being mad at me, you should be directing your anger towards her, you know? If we're talking about illegal business here, maybe we should consider getting the police involved. Just a thought, you know?
Just stop. You totally could have just said no and refused to sign those divorce papers. But for real? Why'd you go ahead and sign them? Are you stupid or what?
Well, you know what? I actually see it as a golden chance to escape from you. Let's be real here. You haven't given a crap about my feelings for ages. Not only that, You went ahead and spun this twisted tale to your mom, claiming that I'm the one who's infertile, not you. Seriously, what was that all about? Are you seriously so terrified of your mom that you couldn't even muster the guts to defend your own wife?
But seriously, think about it. Wouldn't it be way simpler if we just put the blame on you and said you're the infertile one? And hey, remember how I've been telling you about my medical treatment? It won't be long until we can finally start having our own kids. Once that happens, we won't even have to lie to my mom anymore. It's a win-win, right?
No, Kyle. Let me set the record straight. You aren't actually getting any fancy infertility treatment. You completely lied to me about it too. Turns out, you were just blowing all the cash I gave you for your so-called treatment on booze and gambling.
Huh? When did you find out about that?
Well, it wasn't too long ago when I discovered the truth. Seriously, how on earth am I supposed to live with someone who's all about lying to take the easy way out? Kyle, I'm seriously let down by you. It's a wrap between us. No going back.
Whoa, hold your horses, Simone. This doesn't have to be the end, I swear. I'm really sorry for all the mess, but please, pretty please, give me another shot to fix things between us. I can't bear the thought of getting divorced. You don't even realize how much you mean to me, seriously. I'm on my knees here, begging you to come back. We can start fresh, tie the knot again, and live happily ever after. I've turned a new leaf, I promise, and I'll take damn good care of you. Cross my heart and hope to die.
No way, Kyle. You really have no idea what you're even sorry for, do you? And you expect me to believe you're magically transformed? Quit feeding me those lies. I mean, come on. Nobody in their right mind buys that a guy can change overnight. Anyway, I gotta bounce and start unpacking my bags. Best of luck with your so-called new life, Kyle.
No way. Simone, don't walk away. You know I'm infertile, alright? Like, who'd want to marry a guy who can't have kids, right? But here's the deal. You're the one I want, the only one. I'm begging you, please come back to my loving embrace.
Following my divorce from Kyle, there was quite a shocker for my mother-in-law, Kamala, as she discovered that her own son was the one dealing with infertility issues. Kamala and Kyle went to great lengths to reach out to me and convince me to give Kyle another chance, and firmly said no to their pleas. Afterward, Kamala attempted to set Kyle up with several other women. Eventually, one girl actually agreed to marry him. But it didn't take long for her to uncover Kyle's deceit. He had been hiding his infertility from her. This revelation led the girl to file for divorce and seek compensation from Kyle for his dishonesty prior to their marriage. Having moved back in with my parents, I experienced a profound sense of freedom. Now I can finally focus on living life for myself and pursuing the dreams I had set aside for far too long. I am more than ready to move forward, to start anew, and embrace the possibilities that lie ahead.